I absolutely love the new Battle Pass, but can I say the same about the UI? Let me try to be objective and find out whether the new UI is better than the previous one, and how it can be improved.
Dadgum.
Main menu screen. Everything is new here. The colors, the layout, and the buttons. I'm fine with all the changes, except for the button style. You see, previously we would have text instead of icons, and that was way better than what we have now. I mean, experienced players will obviously have no issue navigating through the menu. Where's my friends list? However, a beginner might find all those small icons pretty damn confusing. The champion screen. This one is a mess. I'm sorry, Hi-Res, but why can't we no longer have an outlook on all of the champions there are? It's not that the screen isn't big enough to fit them all, or maybe you're ashamed of your new champions so much that you don't want us to see their faces? Just kidding. I see how someone with a smaller screen resolution could potentially benefit from this change. However, for someone who plays on 1080, this change was unnecessary and unwelcome. You can see all the blank spaces that could be used to fit the icons of the champions, but no. Now, what is going on here? Once again, we have some very dull, barrack-sized icons instead of text. Remember, a new player does not have the slightest idea on what each one of those fancy-ass little icons means. So why remove the text? It's not that Paladins players are illiterate. I mean, okay. I mean, some of you are, but you get the idea. And there's more. We don't need all those buttons to be on the same screen. In the previous UI, you had 4 sections to choose from. Overview, Cosmetic, Loadout, and Abilities. In the Cosmetic section, you could choose the skin, the weapon, the MVP pose, and the emote, which was great. See, if you don't expect a user to click on a button that often, you don't put it next to a button that they will be clicking all the time. Those are the basics of an intuitive design, my dudes. And if there are several buttons the user won't be clicking often, you make a new menu section and you put them all there. Gosh. But yeah, this new UI looks cluttered. You have stuff you will be accessing all the time, mixed together with stuff you click on once in a blue Luna. Combine that with the fact that now the buttons are small, similar by looks and without text, and you get a design that's both ugly and unwelcoming for beginners. Yay! Champion skins. This UI section is so bad. Like, what is even going on here? Why would you remove the skin thumbnails? I mean, okay, let me explain. Hello, class. When designing a UI, sometimes you need text. Other times, you need icons. As a designer, you have to know when to use an icon or thumbnail and when to use text. And this here is a perfect example of what not to do. As a result, we are left with a lot of unused blank spaces that could include useful information and make the screen more intuitive. The match selection section. This one is definitely an improvement. You can now select or deselect a mode without the need to click a button. Usually you change modes pretty often depending on your dailies, which is why it's good to have those buttons so easy to access. This section is intuitive. See how there is text next to each switch that says selected or unselected? Icons aren't bad as long as there is text next to them. The options screen. Oh man, here we go again. Instead of having buttons with text, we now have icons. What's the issue, you might ask? Well, say I'm in a match and I have to quickly increase my audio volume to better hear the sexy voices of my amazing teammates.
Dude, you suck so bad. Can you just uninstall the game, please?
Where do I go? If I'm a beginner, it will take me some time to find the tiny-ass speaker icon because it's dull and barely visible. This is not intuitive at all, in my opinion. Needless to say, the new UI style does not match the other elements. In conclusion, overall, I'd say this new UI is a downgrade. It's less intuitive than the previous one we had, and new players will certainly find it more confusing and harder to navigate. Here's how I would change it. First of all, I'd bring the text back. Then, I'd rearrange the main menu. Under Play, we now have loadouts. When you click it, you get the champion selection screen. By hovering over that champion, you can quickly see all of their current loadouts. By clicking on it, you are taken to the loadout selection menu. It's not a lot, but it will make the navigation way more fluent. In the champion screen, I would leave it exactly as it was before the new UI, and add a shortcut to the sprays section. Well, maybe change the style, the frames, and colors, but the rest should remain untouched. Anyways, that's how I see it. What are your thoughts? I post this kind of content every week, so feel free to like and subscribe for more.